Yo, what is going on everybody? It's Juan Solo here with ASQD Gaming and welcome back to the channel. Thank you all so much for tuning in today for some more Ghost Recon Breakpoint. So in today's video, we're going to be going down through all of the information that we currently know about the return of Bodark in Ghost Recon Breakpoint's Operation Motherland. For those of you that experienced Ghost Recon Future Soldiers campaign, obviously you know very well who Bodark is and what kind of a threat they can pose to the Ghosts. They did briefly show up in the Red Patriot DLC, but those were mainly the generals of Bodark. We didn't actually see the full military force of that faction, but they are going to be the main opposing force in Operation Motherland. And to be honest, I'm really excited to see how the 5 new enemy archetypes are actually going to play out with this new DLC. So that's what we're going to be talking about in today's video, but real quick before we jump into it, if you guys go on to enjoy the video, a like rating would be super appreciated. Also, for those of you that may be new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and turn on those post notifications so you do not miss any of my future uploads. Also, for those of you that wish to support the creation of more content here on the channel, make sure to hit that join button right next to the subscribe button to become a channel member. It will be the top link down below in the description, so make sure to go check it out. You'll gain access to a number of cool custom emotes as well as a channel badge next to your name on my live streams as well as in the comment section of my videos. So going back to all the marketing for Operation Motherland, the devs were teasing a new Russian faction coming to Ghost Recon Breakpoint, and up until the actual launch trailer for the DLC, we didn't know that it was actually going to be the return of Bodark, but they definitely saved the best for last, actually showing Bodark in the trailer, all 5 of the new enemy archetypes, as well as exactly how it's going to play out with the enemy faction in this DLC. So starting off with the 5 new enemy archetypes that are actually going to be part of this DLC from the Bodark faction, we have the Tactician, which is a designated marksman class, as well as he is a long-range caller. So this enemy is actually going to do everything he can to stay alive, as well as call for reinforcements to overwhelm the ghosts. That's how they explained it in the trailer, but it is yet to be seen how that's actually going to carry out in gameplay, because if this enemy actually does behave how they described him in the trailer, you're really going to want to take this enemy out as soon as possible, because he will continue to call reinforcements until you take him out. To be honest, this actually sounds kind of similar to the Unidad mechanic from Ghost Recon Wildlands. I know there's a number of people that really wanted to see that mechanic return in Ghost Recon Breakpoint, and like I said, the way they explained this in the trailer was this enemy was going to evade and try to stay alive from a distance and continuously call in reinforcements. So I'm definitely very intrigued to see exactly how this enemy archetype plays out. Hopefully it is similar to the Unidad mechanic, but obviously we will find out in just a few days. So next up we have the Oppressor, which is going to be the Bodark equivalent to the Shotgun Rusher that's a part of Sentinel, except this time around it comes with a twist, because this character is now going to be covered with armor from head to toe. And if this enemy behaves anything similar to the Heavy that is currently in the game, all of that body armor is going to pretty much absorb all of your bullets and you're going to have to go for a headshot. It is yet to be seen if this is going to be similar to the Heavy, where you're going to have to shoot off his helmet and then take him down. But I would definitely say, going off of this picture, that you're not going to be dealing any damage to him if you shoot him from the neck down, just because of all the body armor that he's wearing. With that being said, for those of you that currently hate the shotgun rushers that are in Ghost Recon Breakpoint, you're really going to hate this character because it takes it to another level. He does have a submachine gun now, so I think he's definitely going to have a little bit more range, as well as he's covered from head to toe in armor, so he is definitely going to be a pain to deal with. So next we have the Dreadnought. So this is going to be very similar to the Rocket Gunner class that's currently in Ghost Recon Breakpoint with Sentinel, but obviously just like the Oppressor, he is covered from head to toe in body armor. So unless you're going for headshots with this enemy, he's going to be quite difficult to take down. And if you are playing on a harder difficulty and he's able to get a rocket off at you, you're going to be in serious trouble. It'll definitely be interesting to see what they did with this character when it comes to the character model, because the other rocket gunners in Ghost Recon Breakpoint with Sentinel have that backpack on that if you shoot that backpack, it explodes. Hopefully there isn't some sort of an invisible backpack on this character with it being a rocket class. Hopefully it's a brand new character model. So next up we have the Trooper, and this basically is going to be your generic Bodark soldier. There's not going to be anything special about him, but you're going to be seeing this enemy archetype probably more than all of the others, because it's sort of like the general soldier archetype for the Bodarks. And he does look like he's rocking the new AK variant that I talked about in yesterday's video, but we can also also see in this shot that he's not really wearing any body armor, so he shouldn't really be too difficult to take down, whether he's aggroed or not, because you can pretty much take him down probably in just a few bullets. So last but not least, we have the Seeker rocking that same AK weapon as the Trooper, but the one special thing about this character, obviously you guys have seen the trailer by now, you can see it in this image here. He is equipped with the tactical camouflage, and if you actually look at the still shot here, you can still see the front of his shirt. You can see his vest, you can see the balaclava that he's wearing on his face, you can see the majority of his clothes, and you can almost see the clothes shimmer through the actual optical camo itself. But if we go forward a few frames here, you will notice that he activates the active camo and he goes completely invisible. His gun is hidden, his night vision is hidden, everything on his body is hidden. And I'm wondering exactly how this mechanic is going to work. Are these soldiers going to be sort of visible unless you aggro them? Or is it going to be kind of random throughout the open world? Sometimes they're not going to be fully invisible until you aggro. Sometimes they're not going to be invisible at all. Sometimes they're going to have their active camo active at all times. Obviously, only time will tell, but this is definitely a very cool mechanic. And do take note that he is wearing some sort of a night vision optic there. And I'm very curious to see if what the Seeker is actually wearing there is some sort of a thermal vision, because that would make it so that he could detect you when you had your active camo active. And that would definitely change up the gameplay if, whether or not you had your active camo on, the Seeker could still detect you from a farther distance. They did go on to say that while you're wearing your active camouflage, it's going to make it so that the enemies have a really hard time seeing you from a certain distance. But what if they threw a wrench into that, and if you don't kill the Seeker, he can actually still see you from any range, because maybe he is actually wearing a thermal vision. That's not confirmed, that's just me kind of spitballing here based on what his character model actually looks like. And then moving on to the last thing that they actually talked about in the trailer about the Bodarks, as you go through the conquest mode and you take over regions, you're going to be gaining intel on the Bodark lieutenants that you're going to need to take down to actually free the island of Aroa. And in the trailer, they showed that there was 3 lieutenants on the main island of Aroa, but if you noticed when they showed the map of the conquest mode, Gollum Island was included in that, so maybe there's another lieutenant on Gollum Island. Who knows, only time will tell, but if that is the case, that would mark 4 Bodark lieutenants that you're going to have to take down in conquest mode. Hopefully there is some grinding to kind of gain that intel on those lieutenants. Hopefully it's not super easy, because I think if it was, it would kind of defeat the purpose of that new conquest mode. But overall, that is going to do it for the video. I just kind of wanted to bring this information to you guys for those of you that weren't kind of digging super deep into the new faction with the Bodarks. I know a lot of this information that we talked about in today's video is kind of already known. Hopefully within the next couple of days, we will get the full patch notes for Title Update 4.1 and Operation Motherland, because I'm sure there's going to be a number of cool things in there that we haven't heard anything about yet. So make sure to stay tuned. Whenever we get those, I will be covering it here on the channel. But like I said, that's all for the video. If you guys enjoyed it, you are excited about Operation Motherland and the return of the Bodarks, make sure to drop a like on the video and also subscribe if you are new to stay up to date on all content surrounding Ghost Recon Breakpoint on the channel moving forward. But that is all for now. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you guys later. Peace out.